Hello, this is Richard with Sewer Sluice. Today is February 14, 2018. I'm at property address 17125 Southwest Sugar Plum in Beaverton, Oregon. I'm located out the front here near the foundation. There's a 4-inch cast iron cleanout. This is going to be my point of access. I'm going to advance out and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We currently have the kitchen sink water running. Right now the camera's submerged underwater here. Looks like it popped out, so on the way back we'll determine if that's a settling issue and there's just not enough fall leading to the street, or if toiletries are creating that pooling. But for now, we're just going to continue on out, and we'll flush a toilet a couple times once we get out to the street, and we'll take a closer look on the way back of the areas where the camera got submerged. So we're just going to continue on here. Looks like a terracotta clay line. It's got the joints with the rubber hubs overlapping the outer side of them. So it did transition over from cast iron to clay somewhere along the way. So far the clay's looking good. I don't see any roots in the clay line. Should be getting close to the main out in the street here. Looks like it dives down, comes around this turn here. Transitions to concrete. So there's a section of cast iron. Goes clay to cast iron and then cast iron to concrete here. When I'm pushing the cable through, I can hear the slushing around of standing water up near the access point. Okay, the main lateral is up ahead here. We're 94 feet out. We're going to shut off the sink. We're going to do a couple toilet flushes. I'm going to see how strong the flow is out to the street, because there's some standing water and possible belly near the access point where we were submerged underwater. We'll see if that momentum is getting slowed down by the pooling and standing water, if we have good flow out the street here. So we have a couple flushes on its way. I'm going to try to push all the way to the lateral here. Now with proper slope and grade and with the toilet flush, the water should come right over the top of the camera head with a pretty decent flow. I have a feeling it's going to hit this pocket of standing water up towards the house, and we're not going to see much change in the flow from the kitchen sink to the toilet flush. So we did 2 toilet flushes, and you can see the momentum and the flow here hasn't changed from the kitchen sink, which is an indication that it's hitting a belly of loss of slope and grade, a settled section of pipe that we like to call belly, and that water is sitting in there, and so when a toilet flush comes through, it gets caught up in that area and doesn't drain out very well. So we have all the water shut off in the house. We did a couple flushes. I'm going to slowly pull back and take a look at those areas, and if there's any areas where the camera gets submerged under, I'm going to do locates and recommend a spot repair to correct the belly. Okay, here's where it comes out of the concrete here. It's just a very, very small section of cast iron that switches right to clay here. There's the clay transition. So we're going to evaluate this clay pipe and continue back. The bottom of the water, the flow line here, this is what it should look like. There shouldn't be much standing water left in the pipe if it has proper slope and grade. And as we get back to the access point, you're going to see the water completely submerge over the top of the camera head. I can hear it with the cable when I'm pushing, so it's definitely an indication that the pipe has been settled and has lost its grade leading to the street. But this is what it looks like if it has proper slope and grade. We'll continue to pull back. All this clay looks good. All the joints look good. We got some pulling here, but that's a very minimal amount. It's not concerning. It's when it's well over an inch of standing water at all times. So far all this is looking good as I pull back. Should be getting close to where the pipe is settled out. We're 22 feet out here. Here's where it's starting to go underwater. So we don't have any water on in the house. You can see all this debris and stuff stirring around, so that's a significant belly. And I'm going to recommend a spot repair. I'm just going to pull back to where it begins, and I'll do locates and I'll mark where it begins and where it ends. But this definitely needs to be corrected so there's no potential threat for a backup in the future. So there's where it pops out. So it's about an 11-foot section of belly. Let me make sure there's nothing else. Here's the cast iron transition to clay. So from approximately 9 feet to 20 feet is completely submerged underwater. So I'm going to put the camera back out there in this belly section, and I'm going to mark it, do locates. I'll mark the depth and mark the yard and recommend a spot repair.